Oh, what a beautiful morning. I was just in this pile. Remember I told you I brought tractor full of gravel? So right there, I was screening some of the bigger stone for ishizukuri. So anyway, this is what I do. Okay, I washed these, and some of these need scrubbing, but at least I rinsed off most of the dirt that was on it. You just never know. This is like a grab bag. And now the smaller stuff. Well, I shouldn't be doing any more of this because I have plenty, but I'm uploading my videos. And as usual, it's taking almost an hour to upload like a 13-minute video. So I have time. I like these rocks. It's flat. Flat on this side, then we could do our writing. Well, this one being a Indian, some sort of tool, it goes like this, and they've been rubbing on this side here, so it gives me that perfect surface for writing. See? And look like they use this way. I mean, these are hundreds, if not thousands of years old, so we don't know what they were used for, but for me, these are perfect. And then we got a lot of these. It's like this one here, it fits the hand just perfectly, and they were doing something with this. I think Dr. Johnson called these pecking rocks. So what they were pecking at, I'm not sure, but that's where I get most of my thing. And most of these rocks does feel like they did it so that it just fits in the hand. I've seen quite a few of these where it's flat and then for some reason it's not straight across. There must have been some reason for it. This part is very smooth, but there's this part left over. I don't know, but see, it makes a great base for my ishizukuri. And there's always these that are nothing, so we throw these out. But here's another one that is skinny and long and flat. This is relatively flat. There's a lot of history on this property. Well, according to Dr. Johnson, there was the modern Indian, or the Native Americans. He called them Maidus. And then there's one that is prehistoric. He said there's not much known about them, but they have distinct difference in the kind of stone tools they use. And he didn't tell me beyond that. So it's hard to kind of figure out all this stuff, and but I'm just thankful that there's all these things that I could use. See, here's another one here. It sits flat this way. Sits flat, no, just this way, right? Then you could build on it. This one here is kind of in the shape of a arrow or a spearhead, but it has no sharp edges. Of course, it's been in the creek for hundreds, if not thousands of years, so who knows? But those are kind of the things that I look for. And then the only thing I'm looking for is a flat surface where I could do the writing, right? And this one sort of has an interesting thing here. And then I could put it on a base like that, and then, you know. This is not from this batch, but I'm looking for these heart-shaped ones, right? People like hearts. So if I can't find enough, I've been taking some and kind of enhancing it. Yeah, if you get it wet, it's hard to tell that it's been enhanced. But always looking for these that are natural, somewhat heart-shaped, right? And then we'll try to add it to our Ishizukuri. It's just a constant look. I'm also finding rocks that have these relief. I don't think it's a natural occurring one. Actually, I could see tool marks. How I know? Because I have those same tools that we're using to make our hanko, or in the Chinese they call it a chop. And well, this piece of property had the Chinese population, right? And there were skilled people that would make these, the seals. And I think on a day that he's bored, he's probably trying to see if he could come up with something interesting. That's my theory. There's no way to prove that. In fact, Dr. Johnson and I had argument that he says, oh no, this is natural. But I have the tool to show you that I could do the same thing. See, the carving hasn't changed much in over 1,000 years. Just hardened steel. And then you could see where they went and did that, right? Well, I've done some of my own carving, so I have these tools. And I say, hey, look at this. It fits right in there. But, archaeologists are funny. They don't like it when a bunch of amateurs try to figure this out. But anyways, this is an unscientific explanation. I think it was the Chinese that was here during the gold rush. When they were bored, they kept doing this kind of thing. So, like I said, I don't want to be offending a bunch of archaeologists, but this is my theory. Okay? Oh, like this one could be just plain old river rock, but look, there's a flat side. It makes my job really easy to make things. So now that I have the right tools, what I do is I grind this part down flat, right? Then I could make the lanterns much more secure. Before, I used to place it on here, and I could get it to stick, but it was not sturdy. When you hit it, it would fall apart. Here's another rock. He has some interesting features. Almost looks like a miniature suiseki. Not great quality, but once again, it's flat on one side, so it sits. Well, I just checked my upload. It's getting to be halfway to noon, and then I'm not even on my third one yet. So I got plenty of time. Anyway, these are stones. I think these are natural. It might have been enhanced or just pieces of flat rock that was tumbled for hundreds of years. And when I found that these little ones are really good in that it's kind of flat, and I'll show you what I've been doing with it. Well, this one says arigato, or Japanese for thank you. And I've been thinking, sometimes I get customers that buy some very expensive bonsai. And I think, well, that would be good to have something like this that I could give them. Now, this one's a little bit too big, but I didn't want to attach this until it was needed. It might be that something else might be appropriate at the time. But you could see where these things become very handy, right? And not. That's yeah, so if you straighten this one a little bit, this will work. But I think in terms of this one here, this one is the perfect one. That's why I'm going through thousands and thousands of rocks, just get that right combination to make a statement, right? So yeah, this one, another one of those Indian rocks with a flat surface on that side and relatively flat on that side. So I could see this one coming out something like that too. I could probably build a lantern right on top of this one here too. But those are the things that are challenging, that keeps me occupied and thinking about things that I could do in the future. So yeah, I go through a lot of rocks, but like these I like. Okay, this is a gold pan. And you know where I'm getting all this rock is Auburn Ravine, and that was at one time a large gold producing area. And so all these rocks that I'm hauling up, there's always these debris, and I'm thinking that there should be gold in there, but I haven't found any nuggets. I could identify nuggets, but evidently in this Auburn Ravine, the gold does not look like gold. I was told that it looks more black, and then you have to somehow process it. And one of my son's friend's grandfather was explaining to me, but we never got around to how I'm supposed to get to the next stage. But every time I'm washing these rocks, I look for chunks of gold. And so far, I have not found any. You know, what I really like about this Ishizukuri is you could take sort of random parts. Okay, this by itself. It's interesting how they cracked it. It might be natural, it might be man-made, or combination of both. So anyway, I've had this one here, and then I found this one, and it's okay, but see, it comes together. And you know, it's kind of metaphor for life. People with weaknesses, if you find a person that has complement, not the same, but the complement, it comes together. So I'm gonna stick these two together and then probably put a lantern in here. See, so this is the kind of stuff I do when I'm uploading my videos. So I'll go back and check, and there's no way to hurry it up. I have to do it at the end of the month before I run out of data. So there's a bunch of stuff I have to do, but to keep myself occupied, this is the kind of stuff I've been doing. And so hopefully that you have the same process where you go down to the river, look for things that you can use. Unfortunately, I don't think you have this creek in the back where a bunch of Indian artifacts are just there by the tractor load. So like these, we'll be coming up with something useful for this. Okay. I'm looking at this, and then I wonder if I should enhance this carved out part with gold or silver. And then these two rocks here, I think they're just enough indication that I could take my diamond file and make it into more of a heart. I need a lot of hearts because everybody wants a heart on. Oh yeah, just in case some of you might get offended because I'm using Indian artifacts, I did try to get a bunch of rocks to Dr. Johnson, but they don't want any more rocks. I guess they have plenty of rocks, so I figured these are just river finds that I can use. But I don't know if there's some way to, well, I want to honor the Native Americans that was here before me, and I'm very thankful that they have left me these things that I can use, and makes my job a whole lot easier. Oh, look at that. See? All you have to do is stick it together, put a lantern here, write something. Okay, this is Hiro saying goodbye. I'm still waiting for my upload.